Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is the Last Defense Academy, and we're on the Retsnam route. And today's day 62. We've gotten to day 62 like quite fast, honestly. I don't know when the next attack will be, but we can never start preparing for too early. Now that I think about it, though, there's no commanders left except Veshnis herself. But here's the thing: we said that last time. But then Takumi doesn't know that in this route, and her power's off the charts. At current level, we don't stand a chance. But then my thoughts were interrupted. Oh? The door. I wonder who'd want to talk to me this early. Whenever someone's at the door, it could either be like the most fun thing ever or terrifying. Shoma! I'm sorry for spoiling your morning by inflicting my unsightly presence on you, don't. Hey, Shoma, what's up? Well, we kind of have a problem on our hands. A problem? Sorry to bother you when you're so busy, but can you come to the cafeteria, like, right now? I don't really get it, but this sounds important. Okay, let's go. See, you never know with Shoma, because Shoma at all times sounds like he's always self-deprecating, so you never know what the urgency is. At times, I guess I'd learned that it's better to see what was happening for myself, exactly, than to just stop and ask questions. I hurried over to the cafeteria with Shoma. That's such a good mindset, 100%. Even if someone says, come quickly, and it's like, you know, the boy who cried wolf, not the Shoma is, but you know what I mean. Just who the heck do you think you are, huh? The first thing that's greeting me when I got to the cafeteria was Takuma's voice raised in anger. Where do you get off saying dumb shit like that? Come on, Takuma, are you sure I'm the only one who's acting stupid? Oh, Eito, you're not causing havoc already, are you? Guys, it's too early for this. What's going on here? Takumi, thank goodness you're here. What's this all about, Nozomi? Why are they fighting? It's my fault, really. I offered Eito some curry and... Don't talk crazy, Nozomi. It ain't your fault. He's the one who said I can't eat that disgusting Oh. She asked me a question. I gave her an honest answer. What's wrong with that? I think it's your wording, especially since that curry has a lot of sentimental value to the group now, I feel like. Maybe that's what it is. Like, it definitely is, you know, we could definitely work on the wording, for sure, you know? I know, like, some people, I think a lot of people sometimes say, like, you know, well, why do you have to work on the wording? Just, like, let me speak honestly, you know, as well. But I feel like, you know, in life, it's not just sugarcoating. It's you learn ways of, like, and not everyone can do this, but I want to make it clear. Some people, like, are very, like, have different ways of acting socially. Some people can't help it. And it's one of those situations where, like, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, like, in certain times where it's like, I'm an honest person. It's like, okay, but, like, you know, let's work on the honesty mixed with kindness, if that makes sense. Because there's good ways of, like, saying it. She's making a kind gesture. Oh, that's why. Ain't you ever heard of an olive branch before? So he's not just angry about the sentimental aspect of it. Because again, you might say, well, he didn't even know Kadara. But yeah, but I think it was just kind of the symbol of people that we've lost. But like in this sense, he's actually just upset that it was a nice thing that Nozomi did. And why exactly should I care? You loathsome creatures are free to guzzle down whatever kind of putrid trash you want. But doesn't mean I have to eat it too. And in fairness, right? I'm not saying this is right. I don't want Eito to act like this way to Nozomi or to ever like say, like, you know, to be rude. But Eito has made it clear that he does not give a damn about anyone but Takumi. He has made it clear like crazy. He's like, this is my opinion on this. This is exactly why none of us are ever going to trust you. You say it like it's a bad thing. Regardless of how you feel about me, you still need me. That's why you let me out in the first place. Please, you two, calm down. I'm sorry I even brought it up. Can't we just let it go? And Nozomi's like, it's not that big of a deal. Because Nozomi will try and keep the peace in this situation. I think it'll be more comfortable eating in my cage from now on. Hey, don't you walk away from me. I guess we should have expected this. Of course. Yes, the friction is still there. I'm sorry, I'm no help at all during the crisis. I couldn't even do a decent job of fading into the background. Hey! Damn it, that guy pisses me off so bad. I don't care what anyone says, he gotta be the one who smashed at the garage. And again, there's also that thing as well, the paranoia of who damaged the garage. You're probably right, but we don't know that for sure yet. I know he's helping us make our numbers and all, but I still don't like it. Everyone watch your backs, okay? Ain't no way a guy like that will ever change. Yeah, I agree with you there. Sorry, Takuma, I only wanted to lighten the mood, but it backfired on me. It's not your fault, just like Takamaro said. What happened here was that it's... Again, can I say as well, Takamaro's not in the wrong for saying be polite. Right? He's not in the wrong for saying be polite. He's well within his right to say you are being impolite to Nozomi and to get angry about that. That's 100%. But I think that what we have to realize with Eito is when we're giving these olive branches, or when we're talking to him, or if we try to talk to him, the baseline is that Eito does not do well with people, right? And I hope it doesn't make again, It's really complicated, isn't it? Really complicated because we know that Eito's like the stuff that's happened to Eito was induced by the Academy. We know this. We know that his feeling towards humanity, in a perfect world, he realizes that like it's not the, and I don't want to say perfect because even that route was really bad as well. But like in another life, he doesn't see this humans in this way. But also at the same time too, it's well within everyone's right to react in a way that is negative towards negativity. That's totally within everyone's right. So it's like, while it's like, I understand it's like, Eito's personality is not on the same wavelength of everyone because of the stuff he's seen, because of the way he is, and because of the way his mind works. But at the same time too, that doesn't mean that everyone else around him has to like take negativity, if you know what I mean. So I think it makes sense that Takamaru was like, hey, don't say this to Nozomi, while also understanding that Eito socially is different to everybody else. I guess that's what we could say. It's not your fault, Nozomi. I'm grateful to you just for your trying. But I think we better off keeping distance from Eito for the moment. Right, I'll be careful. The rest of us left Takamaru still quietly seething and went back to our rooms. Man, like again, just a small scene to show the friction that's happening already. Every time I turn around, there's a new problem to deal with. This is no time to stand around feeling sorry for myself though. The roomie's figuring things out on her own, and hopefully Eito won't try anything so as long as we're keeping an eye on him. In that case, the best thing I can do is to stay active and prepare myself for the next battle. As I always say with Eito, here's the truth. Here's the fact for you. If Eito has a plan to betray us, it's already starting. It started when he got put in that cage. I'll tell you that right now. So I'm not worried about it right now because I know for a fact that it has already happened. Okay, let's go to the training room. You know what I mean though? Like if Eito's gonna stab us in the back, he already sharpened the knife and has 12 things in place. So let's level some more characters. We have like 23,000. We might need to do some exploration today, I think, to get some machines and stuff. Yeah. Unless we have enough to rank 5. Well, we're gonna have to go explore anyway for stuff anyway, right? We're gonna have to go explore anyway. Yeah, we're gonna have to go explore anyway. So let's then... I miss these characters a lot. Let's go with try to get twin. Oh yeah, twin gun max. It has wait. So it puts movement -4 and it knocks back them even more spaces. I'm not sure if like I want that. Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe you guys can give your input on this as well if you guys want to. Oh no, this is twin gale. One winged hammer is already max. Oh, so okay. So yeah, we don't need to upgrade this. We don't need to upgrade it at all. No, we don't need to upgrade that. Kako, energy sniper. Having the spirit rain max. Oh, it's already max. So energy sniper. Yeah, we don't use these anyway. We only use spirit rain. We could Gaku take this. Oh, not enough to get max, and we need 200. Okay, let's go explore. Let's go explore. We're gonna get a bunch of everything, a bunch of whatever we can. Honestly, yeah. Like I think it's actually like this game is obviously like really fantastic, and this and like I think Silent Hill F are like the two games that are like my like. I don't know if I'll do a Game of the Year video this year, but like if I had to like if there's nominees for Game of the Year, it's those two are like A and A1. You know what I mean? For sure. Such fantastic games to me. Let's go for, so should we want to get some machines? So let's go with Kako. Let's go with... We want textiles. We do not need plants as much. So we don't need to go to the plant area at all. We need textiles. So Gaku. And we need some more. Anyone else have stuff for textiles? Plants and textiles. BP and plants. BP and minerals. Textiles and machines. Yeah, I think that's good. So textiles and even if we can get some other stuff as well, like say if we got enough machines through like stars and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Let's go with me. Let's head out. Interesting team.
Shall we?
Very interesting team. The exploration missions, as I've said before, the way they updated these things so like there's no more random battles. Perfect. Like, and again, as you said, we love the combat in this game, just like we do in the main battles as well. But I think it's always a situation where it's like, skipping the battles has made the pacing so great. It's made this game so fantastic. I generally think you would get burnt out way easier if it wasn't. So where are we going first by this? So there's a lot of machines around here, but forest is for that. This is for textiles, right? So let's go and get some textiles in the coast. Right? This is textiles. Yes. So is there any stars around here? There's a chest over here which I have no problem getting. Let's head for that star. And is there any other star around here? Let's worry about that star for now. So we'll go down with 2. Approach them slowly. Again, I never read these anymore because I feel like it's like we've seen a lot of them as well at this point too. Let's get the mystery one. Fry and eat it. Oh my god. Like already we're like down nearly a player.
Look what I found.
That's good. We'll take that. But again, looking for the star is not a bad idea, I feel like here. Try around in combination. Oh my god. I have to... Kaku's already gone. Kaku is already gone. Oh dear lord. Put them into the machine. And we lost the large flag. This is insane. I think I should start reading them again. And we lost our large... This is... I think I should start reading them again. I think I should. You find a magic circle, some ancient ruins. It seems infused in mysterious power. Chant a spell, make an offering. Like, we lost Kako already. Now, I understand it's like we're not going to be battling anyway. And we got this fabric. That's good. That's good. Is there any other star around here we can get, like, another fabric, a piece of fabric? Because we might as well go get it now if we can. I think there's maybe only 1 star in every area, so... Maybe if we get 2 more pieces of textile. Sneak past and move on. Let's see. 5 and... Oh, regardless, we are entering a battle here. Regardless. I mean, there's not what we can do. Let's just go for it. And then we have to head to we're gonna head to a crossroad there, the one that the other points there. And we'll go get some more yeah. Where's machine? I think machines are near the school area, right? Or maybe they're the desert.
Good to go.
Not even having Kako here is so upsetting.
Here. All right, I've got this. This should do it. Let's do this.
And there should be 2 shots with this guy.
Good to go. Yeah. Go. Here we go. Take this. All right. Say when.
Let's take an agility
Time to
potion.
use it. Ready when you are.
Another air blade.
That's it.
That should be enough, right?
Say when.
If we move up with the air blade as well. First of all, take an agility potion, because again, I'm not planning on fighting after this anyway. At all.
Good to go.
And do this. Actually, this would make more sense, right?
Yeah. Got it. Ready when you are.
And then air blade. It's just like Takumi is a one-man wrecking crew all the time.
Ooh, a little something for me.
We could head back, but I think we should head towards a crossing point, which would be, where's the closest one? I guess up around here, but this seems a little closer. So let's go up. We got the large gear. Is that, how much is that? 60?
Something for me.
I mean, we can drop it for now. Yeah. Let's move over here. Let him go. Got the swimsuit poster. It's not going to be a lot, though. Again, it's 60. Again, we're at this point in the game, I feel like I'm going after 90s, right? I think that's the effort we have to go for here. Giant spider stick, is that 90?
Yes.
It is, yeah. So if we can get 1 more of those, then that's perfect, right? That's what we want to go for. Is that?
Ooh, a little
Yeah,
something
so
for
now
me.
we're focusing on purely heading towards this place here. Oh, we could have gotten we could have probably healed ourselves. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So, let's move the checkpoint to the desert maybe? I think that's where machines are. Yes. So, where's the nearest star here? So I had to reload for a second because there was something like personal I had to deal with. But like one of the interesting things about it is that you actually don't like lose all your progress. I thought I was gonna lose all my progress here. Oh my god, we're losing so much damage though. That's what's happening. But no, you actually don't. They just take you back here. Gaku's gone as well. Oh my god, we are like. At least now I know if I die, I can probably reload and just come back to this place. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm gonna reload. I'm gonna reload again. Okay, that's good though. Okay, so here we go. We'll go all the way around here again. It's try to make the right decisions once again. Oh no! Oh no! Go back. We'll go back. Take the lacy outfit. Sure, we took more. Wait, it reloaded us here with 3 health. What? I have no problem saves coming, guys. That is crazy. That is crazy. I might just see this as a failed exploration because like 3 health. I don't know if I'm getting through that. I don't know if I'm getting through that. 3 health. They must be. Where did they reload me though? The first time I reloaded, I had a bunch of health. Like, there's no way you can do this exploration, guys. It's a failed exploration. It happens. There's no way we can do this. There's not that I can say other than that's quite hilarious. We might as well, look, we got some machines and we got some textiles. Alright, we might as well just, like, cut our losses a little bit. You know what I mean? I think so. I know we didn't get like everything we came to get, but we got some machines. We're not getting out of this alive.
That should do it.
We're gonna just keep dying and we're gonna have to keep reloading. Look, we got some good textiles and we got some good machines, right? We'll take that. We'll take as much as we can get from this. So the only thing we're really lacking in is like what you call them? Minerals. Yeah, there was no way we're getting out of that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. They were like, no, look, if you keep reloading, we're just gonna keep what you hear.
You never will then.
They said, save scum, you scum. There you go. Today's finally over. Red Slum, Eito, Veshness, the problems just keep piling up. But yes, there's a lot of issues. It looks like we managed to maintain the peace the peace around here for now, but things are still tense, of course. I need to come up with a solution for all this. Everyone's counting on me. Jesus Christ. That was the worst exploration I've ever done.
Get ready, prepare, be ready to.
I was down to 3 health, and the game was just like, yeah, you're gonna die over and over again. Okay, first things first, I'll go check in Darumi, then I'll... Now? We just had a battle!
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
We literally just had a battle!
Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds.
That's crazy.
Defense mode initiated.
It feels like it was just yesterday,
All
right?
available troops, prepare for battle immediately.
Is it gonna be the Paragon? Was it a warfare? Was it last time? An enemy attack already. I better go to the war room. It's so sudden.
Hey!
All right, everyone, get fired up. It's offensive battle time. Well, obviously, why else would we be here? I mean, fair. But aren't the commanders gone now? You said there were only 12 of them. Didn't you talk to me? Yeah, there's only 1 left. She'll be Veshness herself. Are you sure about that? Come on, we're trusting you here. If there's no commander, do we even need to let Eito out for this one? Let's not make our arrangement too one-sided. Do you think I'll be helping you with treatment like that? This is so interesting because Eito has a different, like, you know, way of treating people in every single route. because obviously he has different information and he's gone through different things and everyone's gone through different things. Second scenario, he's kind of very more friendly with us towards the end because of all the stuff, the horrible stuff that's happened. Coming of age, he like pretends to be our friend. First game, he like kind of pretends to be our friend, but in a different way. And this time around, he's like, I'm needed. I'm needed here. You know I'm needed. Come on, you guys. Can't you at least pretend to get along until the battle's over?
Hey!
By the way, has anyone seen Amaya? Oh, Amaya today. She's still sick. I don't think she'll be joining us. This has been going on for a while. Maybe I should go check on her.
Huh?
Darumi basically only talks to me now. I tried to call on her a while back and she shut the door in my face. I mean, Darumi was like that before, though. Like, I understand what Gaku's saying is that, like, she would still, like, interact with people, but, like, she felt like she was very isolated before. In your case, she probably sensed your impure intentions and took appropriate action. Of course, even with the snark. Who are you calling impure? If she's not getting any better, I might have to kill her and bring her back and revive a manic. How about don't even try it? Humanity's future is at stake here, after all. I don't give a damn about humanity, sir.
Hey!
I know, but there's limits to what I'm willing to do on my own to my own people. Besides, what Darumi has wrong with her isn't something that Revive-O-Matic can fix. She's been like this for a while now. It's not just a simple cold, is it? Takumi, you're the one who's been taking care of her all this time. Do you know what's wrong with her? All this time is exaggerating. So far as I know, it's just a general ill health kind of thing. Maybe she's more comfortable talking to another girl. Should I take over after this? I don't know about that. Saray, don't even try to judge me in any way, shape, or form. I know what you are. Oh man, they're all giving me those looks again. Which again, the lack of trust makes sense. But not only that, it's not even lack of trust in some cases. They're like, do you want us to help? Like, legitimately. And it's such an important question for Nozomi. Like, hey, if something serious is happening and like maybe it's something that only like she can relate to as a girl, I could talk to her, which is very nice. What now? Should I just bite the bullet and come clean? Is this gonna be a choice? No, I can't do that. The team's suspicions are an all-time high. Letting them know Darumi is some kind of monster inside her right now would not end well. He's worried that she's gonna get attacked. She's worried that at this point he's gonna get attacked. Right? Like, not attacked, but like ostracized. Attacked, not physically, I mean, not a physical attack. I've got no idea how Saray would react either. I've got no idea how Saray would act either. If he gets into his head, he's more capable of locking her up or doing terrible things to her. Yeah, we don't want that either. That's the thing. We know what we don't know what he's done to Ava in this route. It's crazy. Like, all this stuff is so jumbled. How much longer are we going to spend discussing someone who isn't even here? Do we have important things to do? Oh my god, Eito, our savior. That's right. Oh my god, we have to focus on the battle. We can't let the invaders win. Like, Eito stepping in probably unknowingly. Who knows? Maybe he does know. It's Eito. But then Takumi being like, yes, of course, Eito. What Eito said. I can't believe I'm thinking this, but thank you, Eito. Yeah, he saved our butts. Let's get started then. The sooner we get this done, the better. I'm ready. I will kill lots of invaders for you. Glad you're someone has the right attitude. Okay then, defensive battle issue. You put that attitude in her. Yeah, very funny situation with Eito basically. Maybe unintentionally. We don't know if it's intentional. Eito could know everything or nothing at the same time. Yeah, this sequence as well. I have to lower the volume of this every single time, by the way. Every single time. But yeah, like, and I was just being like, of course, Eito, yes. Eito was correct. I do like that, like, everyone has their own, like, personal animations as well, though. I don't know if this is even going to be skippable either, because the last battle wasn't skippable. We have no idea. I never know now. The last battle threw me for a loop, for sure. Such a great cast of characters, though. And, like, and this isn't even the full cast. Like, that's what's so crazy about this. Like, it's such an incredible cast of characters.
There sure are a lot of them this time. They probably think this will be an easy win because we've got a hopeless weakling like
It's
me
so
on
interesting
our
how,
side.
like, with Shoma's the way he talks about himself, it is like like, it's very self-focused because it's self-deprecating, right? I hope it doesn't sound like I'm saying he's selfish. I'm not saying that. But, like, a lot of the focus is on his own issues, which means that, like, he even relates, like, things that could never be his fault as his fault, right?
I feel a lot better knowing there's no commander, though.
Yeah, but, like, honestly, it makes me feel a bit scared. Gaku.
That doesn't mean we can take it easy. Veshness might pop up again any minute
Very
now.
true. Very true, Tsubasa.
Let her come. We'll figure something out. No guts, no glory.
You think guts are enough to win?
Oh my god.
I knew you were a hothead, but I didn't know you were a simpleton as
Don't
well.
rage bait Takamaru. He'll fall for it. Don't do it.
Say that again, Four Eyes.
He's trying to annoy you, Takamaru. He's trying to annoy you. Was this the voices now?
No!
And we know they're like
Those
Futurum
voices?
people and Earth soldiers.
They seem to be coming from the invaders. Pretty unnerving, isn't it?
It is.
I don't want to fight.
It's so it doesn't get any easier when you hear this stuff. It doesn't get any easier.
Like this. But these are battle pets Veshness created, right? Aren't they supposed to be just mindless animals?
That is legitimately, it's like half true. They are like created, but they're not just pets.
Mommy!
Where's my daughter?
Don't worry about it. Shut them out and focus on
And of
protecting
course,
the academy.
Hiroko is kind of like moving us forward too. Sorry guys, it just every time I hear those voices, it stops me in my tracks for it because I'm just like, man, what are we about to do, you know? But Hiroko, we have to fight.
Not like this!
Stop! Oh my god! The suffering.
No.
I wonder if this is even going to be skippable. I wonder. It is. Okay, so this might be the Paragon of Warfare. Was it Warfare? I forget the names of them sometimes because there was quite a few of them.
We won, but those voices really were unsettling, weren't
Always,
they?
Kako. It's always unsettling.
They sounded so sad. So scared. Was it really just a trick to confuse us?
And it's one of those things this game loves doing that now that you've done our roots, like, you know the truth behind this, but we can't say anything and we don't know it and our characters don't know it.
Of course it was. Nothing but a pathetic last-ditch attempt to undermine your morale.
And even his voice here, knowing that we know what Saray knows, his voice here is so shaky.
Oldest trick in the book. Just ignore it. And look sharp. There's more of them on the way.
But in fairness, like, you wouldn't question that because that's Saray's personality from the beginning. Has always been about, hey, forget about it, keep moving forward. You know, it's been always like that. So if we didn't know the information before, we would just be like, oh, that's him just like trying to like move us forward as usual, you know?
Help me.
That's always been him.
Ugh! Can't these things just shut up already?
And again, that's the thing. It's like we know what they are, but like again, Tsubasa's saying, "Can they shut up already?" Like it's like, yeah, it's in your head. It's ingrained in there. It makes you feel so unnerved and unsettled. Like it would cause you to be like, you know, so frustrated. And like, please just stop.
Don't let them get to you. That's exactly what they want.
Again with Saray.
We just have to destroy the source of the noise. Leave that to me.
And he's literally just saying destroy these creatures. And they're not creatures, by the way. They're like, well, now they're creatures, but they're legitimately like future people and soldiers from Earth. Injured Futurum people, by the way, that were injured in the invasion.
All of them?
It's horrible.
Phew. What a relief Veshness didn't turn up.
Oh my god.
Not this time, but we'll have to face her eventually. Let's hope we'll be strong enough when we do.
Might be hard if our newest fighter decides to stab us in the back.
Excuse me?
Oh my god.
Were you not watching how hard I fought for your side just now?
Again, 110% like this rivalry is gonna go on forever. Look at the smile on his face too.
Cut it out, guys. I don't have the energy to mediate between you.
Yeah, the Takumi looks wrecked.
Let's just head back and rest up.
The Eito Takumi rivalry is Takamaru rivalry is gonna go on forever. It really is. And it's because they are such polar opposites, but also Takamaru is like a very like honorable dude. He always has been. He's always been about the idea of like making things right and getting, revenge. Not revenge, but like he's never want to lie down without like an argument or a fight. And sometimes like obviously in those situations, it's amazing to have around. I'd say 99% of the time, Takamaru being the first person to stand up for you in some cases. I actually think like, Gaku in the first run stood up for people like first in a lot of ways too. He stood up for Shoma a lot first. But Takamaru was always there to kind of be like, I think he has, would you say like he has a problem with his like anger sometimes, but because his moral compass is so strong, his anger isn't that much of a problem, if that makes sense. It's like, yeah, he gets angry all the time, but because he's like a good dude, you're like, his anger is sometimes placed in the right direction, is what we'd say. Fighting invaders without a commander leading them into has been surprisingly easy. Not only that, but the battle had deflected suspicion away from me and Darumi for now. But this was only a brief reprieve. If I didn't do something soon, the truth would come out. Yeah, something. The only question was why. Yeah, what are we supposed to do? What can we do? We should check on Darumi for sure, because we were going to check on her that day, but we couldn't because of the battle.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 64th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
It was the day after the battle. We usually usually that meant we get to relax for a little while, but it looked like fate had other plans. Oh no, what are you talking about? What? Something destroyed the cafeteria workers? The machines? The rationomatics been destroyed. It seems we have another incident on our hands, just like this as well. Somebody smashed something up again? Even with my clairvoyance, I didn't see this coming. When I got here this morning, it was already like this. It's more or less the same pattern as last time. Oh no. Quite the pickle we found ourselves in here. I still have to wonder who's doing this and why. Come on, it's gotta be Eito. About time we face facts and stop letting him run free. I just don't see it. It has to have something to do with Retsnam, right? Because we're in that route now. We're in like the Retsnam route. It would make sense to have something to do with Retsnam. Next time it could be the Rivomatic that gets smashed up. Considering the machine gun we've got trained on it, I think that's fixture's still pretty safe. Where's Eito? Shouldn't he be here? I haven't seen Ava today either. Mr. Atsuki's in the courtyard with Ava, keeping an eye on him. Both are in their cages naturally. Well, like, we can't exactly call an engineer in, so you guys will have to fix the machine yourself. How about you? What is wrong with this place that you don't have, like, a plans for this? Start by assessing the damage just like last time. This is like when you're working in, like, retail or something. And, like, something, like, beyond your job comes up and they're like, hey, you should fix it, right? You can do it. Just hoping that you won't complain. Yes, that's really all we can do. What rotten luck. Ada's been nothing but trouble since we let him back on the team. What I'm saying is that, like, they're forced to fight in this war, right? They're supposed to, in this invasion, they're forced to fight. They're mistreated. They're lied to. All this stuff. The least they could do is make them comfort enough that there's like a repair process. You know what I mean? They didn't count for the fact that machines could break down or be destroyed. Can I talk to you in private before we join the others? Sure. So Hiroko's feeling something about this as well. You know what I mean? There should be like a repair process. There should be. They should have to do this themselves. While the rest of the team started laying the groundwork for repairing the Rashnomatic, Hiroko and I stepped into the hallway. Whenever Hiroko wants to talk, you know it's important. Not that nobody else is not, you know what I mean? What I'm saying is like sometimes a character could talk to you and it's not about like the main story or something really serious or dark. But with Hiroko, usually if she wants to talk to us in private, there's something really serious. I didn't make it sound like, when Kaku, because of course when Kaku talks to me, it can be serious. It has been serious in the past. Same with Gaku, same with Darumi, of course. But you know what I mean with Hiroko. I think you guys know what I mean. I don't even have to explain myself with that as well. Hiroko just always has like, a very important, serious, on point, like, this has to, this something has to be done kind of like attitude about stuff. What's the urgent to talk to me about it right now? It seemed like you were having doubts, so I thought I should clear something up. Eito is the one behind this? You think so? That's a lot more convincing coming from you rather than Takamaru. I know you wouldn't say without good reason. That's the thing. And again, not doubting Takamaru, because Takamaru comes from a place of anger. While I think for Hiroko, it comes from a place of like, she probably has some evidence? Does that mean you have some kind of proof?
Oh.
The garage was damaged the day after the defensive battle. I thought it best be prepared for something similar this time, and set a trap on all of our doors. Hiroko! Perhaps that's too strong of a word. It was just a scrap of paper wedged underneath each. Oh, that's like you see that in TV shows sometimes, placing something like in a doorway. If the door opened at any point, it would dislodge the paper. I set them up after everyone had gone to bed and checked them this morning before anyone got up. That's so smart. That is actually incredibly smart. I didn't realize you'd been so busy. So the reason you're so sure about who did this, the cafeteria was still fine last night. The attack on it must have happened between then and this morning. Okay. And when I checked the doors, the only one where the paper had been moved was the one in Eito's cage. Are you serious? It was Eito? I genuinely thought it had something to do with Retsnam. Is Eito actually doing all this stuff? Eito. So if he does have a plan, like I said, it's already in motion. But really, I just didn't think it'd be Eito this time. This puts us in a tricky position. Yes, it certainly does. Hiroko and I were probably thinking the same thing. It was like we were seeing our doubts reflected back on each other's faces.
Oh.
From what you told me, Eito can be a master schemer when he wants to be. So much so he fooled everyone in the future right up into the end. Yeah, his intelligence is top notch and makes us all the more confusing. Yes, and again, he did it to us like 3 times. All this random destruction seems a little too crude for him. You're right, it carries a considerable risk of him being found out without creating any real hindrance to our mission success. I'm assuming he didn't hide or modify anything in the garage last time? No, nothing like that. If he really is the one responsible, I have no idea what he's trying to achieve. Eito's a smart guy, he always has a reason for everything he does. He wouldn't cause some destruction here and there just to inconvenience us. That would be beneath him. If he wanted to sabotage us so we lose the war, there are probably better ways of doing it. Yeah, 100%. And like, he has legitimately found ways of killing people before. He could do this. He would, if we didn't stop him, he would have successfully have killed Saray, which he did. You know what I mean? He's not dumb. It doesn't seem like he's distracting us so he can tamper with the school's facilities either. He didn't do anything to the garage besides surface damage, and it's probably the same in the cafeteria. More than anything, I don't get why he'd be so obvious about it. If he causes too much trouble, he's dead. Saray made that very clear, yes. The way I see it, that just leaves one possibility. Does he actually want to get caught? Is he trying to make us suspect him? What? I don't see what he'd have to gain from that. What are we talking about? But maybe there's some scenario where he's pinning him as the culprit works in his favor somehow. Yeah, what? I can't imagine what that might be, but it's the only explanation I can think of too. Just why is he doing all of this? That's the question I keep coming back to. I suggest we keep this between the two of us for now. Letting the others know will only cause more confusion. I suppose, yeah, like I have no problem with that right now for sure, especially since like it would cause like a witch hunt against Eito, which then could like lead to maybe what he wants. If he does want to be caught, then everyone going after him at once maybe is what he wants, because then that would line up again with why he's trying to like rage bait Takamaru. But then again, I think that's just his personality. I genuinely thought that it wasn't Eito. I think so too. Takamaru would probably fly off the handle and do something we'd all regret. Hiroko and I went back to the others and we all spent the day cleaning up the cafeteria. Sure enough, the Rationomatic was no longer working, which didn't bode well. It looked like we'd be cooking for ourselves or getting on by preserved foods until it was fixed. Wait, so it's not that you just can't eat food, you have to cook for yourselves? That's not so bad, but again, I don't think they should have to cook for themselves with the situation they're forced into, but still, that's not too bad. You could all take turns even to make the breakfast, and make the food.
Get prepared. Be ready to give your life.
The next day, Saray called us into the gym for a meeting. Oh my god, that's never good. A Saray meeting? Never good. Never, never good.
Yeah.
Given the state of the cafeteria's in, I figured it'd be easier to do this here. Anyways, bad news. The Russian bag is going to take longer to repair than we initially thought. Is that it? Is that all you're going to say? We kind of figured that, right? Why'd you're kidding? Calm down. We've got enough reserve supplies that you're not going to starve. Plenty of preserve rations, too. And if we want anything better than that, we got to make it ourselves. That sucks. We ain't got time for that. And that's the thing. We do have a lot of like free time in between, but like what Takamaru is saying is not wrong, in a sense that, like, and here's the thing. I don't. You know me. Like, I'm very anti-war in all senses, right? But the reason why that usually in the army, and depending on the army, they will either have someone cook for them, or they'll have people like be on shifts of like doling out the food or cooking the food and stuff like that as well. There's like even people have cafeteria duty and stuff like that as well. The reason for that is because they want everything cleared up so they don't have to worry about that aspect. And again, like I said, I'm very anti-war in all that sense too. So it's not like I'm being like, oh, like, you know, that's how they do it in the army. Yeah, you know. But I'm more meaning just like that's why they're doing it here as well. It's to free up time so they can focus on either bonding, either getting rest, or preparing for the battles. Because the thing is, like, the difference in, like, and you might be like, it's not that big of a deal, you know, like, you know, let's say you make dinner in like 30 minutes and you eat it in like 15, and then like, you know, then you make breakfast in like 10 minutes and you eat it in, you know, 10 or whatever as well. I don't know how long it takes people to eat breakfast. To me, like, I like a little bit casual watching of a YouTube video as I'm doing it. But that's still like an hour and a half plus every day that they would want you like dealing with like training, if that makes sense. I can have the cookie if you want, but it's going to cost you. Just honestly, asking for money for this, not a bad idea. Taking money from your friends, Mr. Maruko. In that case, allow me to invite you all to Ches Tsukubo, where everyone eats for free. Okay, so we got free cooking, and it's perfect, or costly cooking, and it's perfect, you know? I don't care. Gaku's always right for asking for money. We'd be happy to cook for everyone. Luckily, we still got plenty of ketchup and mayonnaise. I think ketchup and mayonnaise is like actually like used in some stuff though, right? Like I think that's like, you can make some stuff out of that. If it's gonna be your usual menu, I think I'll pass. I can only handle normal food. They make the best food. What did they give me the other day? It was like a burger with ice cream and ice cream, chili flakes, and gherkins. Not being able to use ration manicure is really hurting us, huh? Of course, it doesn't matter to me since I only ever eat leftovers anyway. Shoma, please eat proper food. Okay? Please. Screw this and screw Eito. I ought to slug him on for putting us through all this hassle. If Eito is responsible for this is exactly what he wants then, right? He wants Takamaru to fly up the handle with this. What did you call us here today to tell us you finally find the culprit? That's important too, of course, but fixing the machine is the most immediate concern. There's a lot of parts we don't have any spares for it. Even worse, we don't have the materials we need to make new ones. So you want us to go and get the materials? Yep. If you split up and find what we need, I'll handle the rest. But I can't have you heading out all day and leaving the school undefended. So stick to the nearby areas, be ready to come back at a moment's notice. If anything happens, I'll contact you over the comms channel. Sounds like a lot of work, but if that's what it takes to fix the machine, I'm sure we can get through it if we work together. I want the situation resolved just as much as you do. A varied diet and a proper nutrition is vital for your morale. It is true. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. What do you mean, Takamaru? Ain't no way we're gonna let Eito out for this, right? I better stay behind too. Someone's gotta keep an eye on him for what him so he don't cause any more trouble. I wouldn't feel right just leaving him with Ava. And the thing is as well with what Takamaru is saying here, which I think is like very, very important too, is that this is 100% showing or showcasing the not only just, I don't want to say just the paranoia. The paranoia is not the big aspect. I think it's also like the like it adds to the story of what we had before of like if Eito wants us to like catch him and wants him to think that he's done this, then Takamaru is like the perfect person to play into his hands because Takamaru is the one to fly off the handle first. And he's showcasing that here. If it is Eito who's done this, because again, I'm not convinced fully yet. I'm really not. Because whilst like I trust Hiroko's judgment and that thing with the cage makes perfect sense, this game has done weirder things before, guys. This game has had weirder explanations that all made sense in the end. So I'm still gonna like wait to see what happens. Well, if you volunteered to guard him, I won't say no. The rest is up to you. Sumino, take it away. Got it. Let's get out there and find those materials. I couldn't help feeling like getting all of us off school grounds is what Eito wanted all along. Oh my god, think of it that way as well. But Takamaru's there too. Takamaru's there too, right? But then again, I think in a straight up fight, and I'm not trying to be against Takamaru here, and I hope you guys don't think I'm against Takamaru here. In a straight up fight, I actually have Eito winning. And again, it's not the I think if you're just talking about a fist fight, Takamaru destroys Eito. Takamaru ends him in 2 seconds. But if you're talking about one-on-one right in front of each other, if they both have their knife that they use to stab themselves, I think that 100% it's Eito, because I feel like his moveset is more varied. He can get him at a distance even better. I know you could say Takamaru could drive into him, but by that time I think Eito could even already have hit him. If that makes sense. And also Eito has this cunning thing where he already probably has something planned to stop the bike as well. If it's not with their infusers active, then I would say that it's Takamaru would win. But then again, Eito probably has some plan. It wouldn't be hard for him to predict that Takamaru or one of the others would want to stay behind either. I love how paranoid we've gotten, guys. We've gotten so paranoid now that we're like, but then this would happen. But then if he said this, when this happened, what was his real goal? Somehow I don't think so. So then, what was he trying to do? You know what I mean? This is totally if he wants us just to be paranoid, it's worked. For now, I'll just have to hope this doesn't blow up in my face. So we have to go and find the materials as well. Which again, these missions are usually skippable, so it's fine. The rest of the team and I headed out, split into groups, and began searching for materials. Yeah. Okay, they're just showing like this. We did, like Saray said, and didn't wander too far. First up was a wooded area, fairly close to the school. Oh my god, me and Gaku on a wooded trip. Don't have a picnic? Okay, you go that way, I'll go look over here. You mean us go over there, have a picnic? Angel? We have a picnic? We have a picnic? It's a bonding session, we have a picnic? Sure, let's do this. Oh, the trash beach. Next, we walk to the coast, hoping to find something useful there. Have you finished your area, Takami? No, not yet. I'm still looking to see if there's anything washed up over there. This is a very interesting way to do it, honestly. Little by little, we went through the surrounding areas, trying to cover as much ground as possible. We kept up the search over the next few days. Instead of just having a search around the place, or skipping the search, I think it's also interesting to showcase, where we're exploring the stuff, and trying to find the stuff. And also, we're skipping through more days, by the way. Way more days.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and get prepared. Be ready to give your...
Yeah. I thought it was a good way to do that. Honestly. Thanks to our systematic approach, we were making good progress getting a hold of materials Saray asked for. Before leaving that morning, I decided to look in on Darumi, of course. 100% of course. Wow, so that's what's going on inside. So I'm just lying here in bed while you're all working so hard. It's fine. I know you're working hard too in your own way. It might be a while until I can bring you any decent meals again. Hopefully it won't be too long. That's okay. I'll manage. I don't want you to manage, though. I want you to be okay. I really do. I think my senses of taste have changed again. I can enjoy stuff that isn't made of paper a lot more than before now. Great. Okay, that's good. That's good at least. It'll be all fine once the machine is fixed, so try not to worry. You're the only one I'm worried about, Takumi. You better not be taking everyone's burdens on yourself again. And again, we know what she's watched us do this before. She wants us to be okay as well. This is truly our best pal for this entire route. Easily, Look who's talking. Oh, yeah, because she's taking on the burden of bringing back these people as well. Is it me, or did they make her other sleeve a lot bigger for this? Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, I've got to get back to work. You're still recovering, so take it easy, all right? No, they didn't. Okay, I was just in my head. Sure, I'll be a good girl and lay here nice and quiet. You do whatever you need to do, but just make sure you're okay. Make sure you're okay. It's a pity we don't have painkillers or something like that, really strong painkillers. After saying goodbye to Darumi, I spent another day outside looking for materials. Very interesting way they did this, because now we're literally 30 days left, and as we always say, and we said it before, for the second scenario and the first scenario, the last 20 days go by in a flash. They really do. But then we don't know if we're going to make it to the 100 days or not, We don't know.
Get ready for your 69th day of active service. Prepare to be ready to give your life.
I better get up. I've gone our day of searching ahead. We've almost got all the materials we need. It's the final stretch. We're so close to being done. Try as I might, I couldn't psych myself up all that much. 5 days of living on preserved foods would do that to a person. I mean, I feel like as well, like, you know, I'm sorry for like going off on another tangent, but like, I think food is so important to the point that like, sometimes like a big motivator for, you know, and I know it sounds weird, but I think you guys would agree. Like, have you ever been in a work day and you're like I know I have a great job. I have a great job, but like one of the things that like, you know, if you know, when you're working in normal work or like say working in a really, really tough, like whether it's retail or administration or anything, one of the things that you say to yourself sometimes is like, actually, no, I'll even use like, you know, like even far back as like school. I remember like occasionally, like my mother would like, you know, pack a bacon sandwich when I was really young for my lunch. I remember that day was like so much easier to get through the day. It was like, oh my god, at lunch I got this bacon sandwich. Or like during like work days, I'd be like, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna get like a today I'm gonna get myself like a chicken baguette. You know what I mean? Or something like that. You know, I'm getting myself a chicken baguette. And like then you go to yourself, like, just it plays in your mind. It gives you like this motivation to like keep going throughout the day. It's like, I know at this time I'm getting a chicken baguette, you know? I think it's like one of those things that we don't even think about. Like, it's like the idea that like, yes, it's about nutrition. Yes, it's about all this as well. But like, it's a lot easier sometimes to get through a day if you know that there's like a nice meal waiting for you, you know, somewhere, or you're going to order some nice food. It's a lot easier to get through the day. I never really appreciated how much my appetite affected my motivation before. I've got to tough it out a little longer. We should have everything we need at the end of the day. Then we just have to fix the Rationomatic and everything will be fine. I met up with the rest of the team and headed out on what I hoped would be a successful material gathering mission. Hoped. What did I expect at this stage in the game, you know? What could you expect? It's just always like, wait, what? And it's like, oh, of course. Of course.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and shine. Get ready for your
That was a big get ready.
Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Yeah, Lily changes the voice acting a little bit all the time too. Here we are, another morning. All this walking around day after day is starting to catch up with me, but at least we'll get it finished today for sure. It's the final stretch. I mean, this time, but first I'll go see how Jerumi's doing. Oh no. Morning, Sudo. Thanks for all your hard work these last few days. You know what you could reward me by doing? Leaving. Leave my room and you could reward me. Here he is again, appearing in my room without knocking or even opening the door. I'm tired again and I'm busy. What do you want? I just happened to overhear you talking to yourself, you see? Oh yeah, you overheard it. You said you were going to go see how Jerumi's doing, right? Yeah. What's wrong with that? You said it yourself. You're busy with collecting all those important materials right now. Why not let someone else take care of Alma Mia? How about you mind your business? Saray? We got Ava to do it, or I can look in on her myself if you want. Look, oh, you know what you could do? Oh my god. Actually, here's the suggestion, right? Sign up for this company and occupy your time with it. It's called Beeswax Not Yours Incorporated. That's okay. It's really no trouble. And I think Darumi prefers it this way too. You two have gotten pretty close, so I guess you'd know. This sickness of hers has been going on for a while, though. Is there some kind of psychological aspect to it? It's not like the stress of battle was too much for her, so she decided to just sit out from now on or anything. Don't underestimate her. It may not look like it, but Drumi's fighting her own battle, and she's fighting with all her might. The phrasing here is very, like, against her condition, I mean. Yeah, I think what happened there was Takumi heard Saray say to him, oh, is Darumi backing out now? And Takumi's like, don't talk bad about Darumi in that way. Even though backing out wouldn't be a bad thing, I'd support anyone who wanted to back out. But like, it's like he heard that and was like, hey, don't say anything. So he kind of like got ahead of himself. He wants to defend Darumi's honor in a way. Please just let me handle Darumi. If she doesn't get better soon, I'll take responsibility and work something out. Well, if that's what our time-traveling team leader wants, who am I to argue? You seem to want to argue. You seem to want a bit of an argument, buddy. I'm happy to leave this in your hands, so as long as things remain quiet. But the final battle is getting closer. I'll want her to fight again sooner or later, whether she's feeling up to it or not. You won't get to decide that, buddy. Go about your business. I understand.
Huh?
Was that everything? Because I really need to get started for the day. We're so we're so close to getting all the stuff you need. Now, if we don't get the ration-matic fixed soon, our morale is going to get lower and lower. Yeah, about that, I'm afraid we've run into a teensy little problem. What's that? Another one? It turns out the parts I originally had in mind aren't going to be enough to fix them. Oh, are you serious? When did you find this out? But don't worry, we've already found something that can serve as our substitute for the extra metallic parts we need. One of the team happened to find it by chance. Oh, really? We know where it is, and the thing itself isn't all that big. The only problem is that it's a pretty long way from here. You'll have to lead a team on a little expedition to retrieve it. Is he trying to get us out of the way so he can go see Darumi? In addition to you, I've also asked Shizuharu and Kawana. They both agreed to it. Okay. And of course, you're not going to refuse either, are you? No, anything to get the machine working and everything, everyone eating right again. Yeah, but is he trying to get us to go long distance because he wants to do stuff here? If it's too much for you, I can check in on Amamiya and again, look at this manipulation. Look at that manipulation. No, it's fine. I'll do that too. I'll handle all of it. Somehow I knew you'd say that. It's all on you then. A long distance mission, huh? Not only that, but Saray is more suspicious of me than ever. That's really a close one just now. No use worrying about the future. All I can do is go find the substitute material. After a quick look on Darumi, I met up with Hiroko and Tsubasa and left on our mission. Since we're going farther away, we decided to travel in our class armor. We walked for almost half a day. Finally, we reached our destination and began searching for the materials Saray had asked for. Over here, guys. I found it. Okay, we're just right here. Phew, what a relief. Oh, we're exhausted.
Oh?
This took longer than I was expecting. It's almost nightfall. Between the journey here and all the searching, I'm feeling really drained. I know, we still have stuff to do. Let's hurry and get this back to the school. Right now? Can't we take a little break first? No, it's too risky. What's going on, Takumi? What are you so worried about? First of all, do you think all this stuff about suddenly needing extra parts is true? That's what I'm thinking! Did he want us far away so he could check on Darumi? Of course it's true. I'm the one who noticed we need more. Why are you even asking? Well... You suspect Saray is scheming something, that he had some ulterior motive from getting you away from the academy for a while? And not only that, but getting... Like, I feel like you're saying... I'm not saying that Tsubasa isn't, like, you know, needed for there too, because she's desperately needed, right? So I don't think he's trying to get us killed, because, like, you know... Like, I don't understand him wanting to get rid of... Takumi and Hiroko, right? Because they are, like, people who are going to be thorns in his side. But Tsubasa, getting rid of Tsubasa will be foolish, because she is desperately needed for anything mechanical. It would be foolish, right? And he has to be foolish to get rid of like two of your biggest attackers and damage dealers, right? He doesn't want that either, but I just don't think he's doing it to like get rid of us at the very least, you know, in terms of killing us. But I think there is something there about like wanting to like these three gone. Is now sorry, did I not read that part? No, I did. Sorry, no, you suspect? Yeah. Isn't that right? Or are you worried about Darumi? Wait, are the rumors about you two true? Oh, is that we're dating? What rumors? Gaku said you and Darumi have been, you know, doing stuff together. Are you afraid Saray's going to find something to prove it? Here's the thing, right? Whatever they would be doing, I don't think is actually anybody's... No, I'm not saying scolding Tsubasa or anybody, by the way, because, like, again, people talk about stuff as well. I don't think it'd be anyone's business if they were doing something. And I don't think it'd be Saray's business either. But they're not. You know, they're not. We haven't been doing anything. Don't believe that stuff. I'm so sluggish. Gaku won for this. I'm so slugging Gaku won for this later. I wouldn't mind so much if any of it was halfway true. So to talk about Takumi saying, I don't mind people gossiping if it's the truth. Which I guess makes sense. It's like, I don't mind people talking about me and Darumi being an item if it's true. And he, in fairness, he wasn't just talking about them being like together. He was talking about them like quote unquote doing stuff, right? That's different. It is different because it is like one of those things that, again, I'm saying... I hope it doesn't sound like I'm saying like, oh, it's okay to spread rumors. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like, it really is like, regardless if it is or isn't, it's nobody's business, if that makes sense. It's nobody's business. But still like, it's totally a 100% 100% true that in this situation, Takumi would be like, "What the hell, dude? Like, why you spreading this stuff? You know?" Put all that aside, I'm glad we finally finally be able to get some real food now. The strip back menu was really starting to get me down. You been feeling it too, Udoko? I'm a little surprised. Why did you think I was some kind of heartless robot? No, of course not. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. At any rate, we've got what we came for. We can take it slow if you want, but let's at least get... What? What happened? What happened? I received a sudden blow out of nowhere, then everything went black. I had no idea what was going on. The next thing I knew, I was lying on the ground with a dull pain running through every inch of my body. What? Gradually, it dawned on me that someone must have hit me, but who? Around the same time, my vision started to come back, and I saw that person standing over me. Veshnis? What? Here? Did she just see us exploring and came out here? What are you doing here? You two took my attack head on. But you're still conscious? What is she doing out here? I meant to swat you like a fly, but you must have got a little stronger. Wait, where are Hiroko and Tsubasa? Yeah, we were knocked out for such a long time. Remember, my friends, I slowly craned my neck to look around. Oh, they got attacked too. This is so brutal. It's actually really scary, right? It's really scary. Because we're so vulnerable out here, where we have no, like, we don't have our team with us. We're not here with the Revive-O-Matic. It's terrifying. And getting attacked in general is terrifying. Oh my god. The tears and the bloodstream, what the hell? The girls had also taken a lot of damage. They were just barely staying on their feet. So she must have brutally beaten them. Now that I believe you asked why I'm here, I happened to hear that your vile invaders were wandering around in this area. Leaving the safety of your nest without the proper defenses, you really should have known better. We shouldn't have gone this far. Oh my god, do you see what she did to Tsubasa and Hiroko? Damn it, we were so focused on the search we forgot to watch our backs. I just run out of worthy warriors on my side to devour too. Oh no, I thought I was going to have to store your base to pick you off one. What? How do we go? We have to run. There's no, like, what else can we do? Literally, what else can we do in this situation? Veshnis would destroy us. How nice of you to save me the trouble by splitting up all on your own. Veshnis began walking towards me slowly but deliberately, like a predator closing in on its prey. No, I can't die. Even after coming back to the past, there's still so much I need to do. First, I'll have a taste of your blood. You should be honored you get to become one with my superior self. Of course she thinks this way. What can we do? The only thing I think of is that we have to run. Like, fighting is not going to work. But just when I was about to give up hope... Is that footsteps? I heard footsteps. Who? Fast and heavy footsteps getting louder. Someone was coming this way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Darumi's standing in between us with the freaking Retstorm arm. Standing in between Veshnis and Takumi. What a... oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, I always loved her, but man, that is actually so, like... It's equal parts cool, equal parts beautiful. Right? Look at her. Having no issue doing this, by the way. And again, it makes sense, right? It's kind of like... It's almost like poetic in a way. Takumi saved her from Veshnis. And now she's like, I'm not letting this happen to Takumi either. She's actually awesome, isn't she? She's so awesome. But she has the full arm. Her hand is also the thing now as well.
Takumi? What are you
doing? Oh my god. Again, I know this is probably going to be still dangerous and I'm very worried about what could happen to Darumi, but I still think like it's such an amazing thing. Like, that she did this for us at all, you know?
I know. It's weird. Charging in to come to my friend's rescue? So not my style.
Oh my god, but Darumi, like, we know you care so much. We know you do.
But putting my life on the line just to die in the dirt anyway? That sounds more like me, doesn't
No
it?
way. And she's legitimately saying as well that she's like, you know, I know I'm probably gonna die here. That's what makes her freaking sacrifice so evil. I hope they won't die here. I hope they won't. But like, I mean, we don't know. This route could end like now, actually. Oh my god. Wait, no, don't die. Don't die. Don't die.
What's the meaning of this? Are you volunteering to be devoured as well? Wait, why is your arm so abnormal?
So even Veshnis doesn't know about this? I'm sorry, but there's something so crazy, like, it's, again, as I said, equal parts cool, equal parts beautiful, now equal parts scary as well. Having Darumi standing in front of us like this, protecting us, it's so amazing.
Wouldn't you like to know? Maybe I got cursed by an evil spirit.
The way she, like, talks back to Vestius, laughing at her.
But it's pretty cool, right? How do you like to get this power on your side?
No.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Offer me a good enough deal and
Darumi.
who knows what might happen.
Darumi, don't. I think she's gonna try and save us by offering a deal to Vestius.
Sorry, Takumi. Like I said, coming to the rescue isn't
No,
like
you're
me.
just saying this. You're just saying this. That's what you're saying. Darumi, you know that she's literally just saying this so it doesn't. Once again, she's going back to her old ways of trying not to hurt us.
I think I'm gonna stay on brand and turn traitor.
No, I know you're not.
instead.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I think she's gonna try and, like, you know. I think she's trying to bargain in some way, but, like, how is it gonna work at the end though? You know what I mean? I know she's not gonna betray us in that way. I know she won't, but still, I think she's trying to, like, she has some plan. But I hope it doesn't mean that she's gonna, like, have to go over to their side, because eventually Vestius will just try to devour her.
What are you talking about, Darumi? This is no time to kid around.
I'm serious. It looks like Retsnom hasn't just changed my body.
Oh, I can't believe this. You know what I mean? I can't. That's the thing. I think she's trying something here as well. I think she is.
It changed my mind as well.
I just don't see what the end goal here. I know what the end goal. The end goal is to try and save everyone. I know it is, but it's going to end up at her detriment again, isn't it?
Your mind?
Unless if this is actually true, that's going to be so dark as well.
I have all this power, and all of a sudden I don't feel like using it to protect the weak anymore. I want to use it to serve the strong.
Well, you wouldn't be just serving. You'd end up being fodder.
You're kidding, right? Please tell me you're kidding.
What's this? Fighting amongst yourselves?
Of course, Vestius loves this.
You're really willing to come over to my side?
I sure am. But I want to know more about you and your operation first.
Oh, she's asking questions. This is an interview now.
Oh, and I really want to know just how strong you are.
Oh my god, Darumi's voice actor is so fun.
Surely you can tell just by looking. I was able to dominate your comrades without even transforming.
Right. But let's get into specifics. Like, how's your resistance to poison?
What type of question is that?
Poison? What does that have to do with...
Yeah, what type of question is this? No. Oh my god, Darumi, what did you do? Darumi, what did you do? Look at Darumi's smile. Look at her smile. Look at Takumi. Takumi looks like he's, like, nearly dying. Look at him. All of a sudden, Vestius began choking and spluttering. Oh my god.
Just 'cause I'm dumb doesn't mean I'm not a threat.
Darumi.
Turns out, my arm can make poison.
So good. Oh my god. MVP of this route easily.
I even made sure to stand up when so you'd get the full force of
So
it.
smart.
Not bad for the comic relief emo character.
You're always you're more than that. You're way more than that. You're way more than that.
You.
Oh my god. She's amazing. She's amazing.
Wow, you're pretty tough. This is the strongest poison I've been able to make so far.
Oh my god. She showed up here, tricked Vestius, and then put poison on her. Stood like so the wind would blow into her face. Oh my god.
Curse you!
She's incredible.
I'll remember this!
I'm sorry, but like Darumi, incredible. And what can they say as well? The other guys, she like, I'm sorry, this is the first person in this game, in the history of this game, right, that wasn't Shion. Well, I guess you could say Kyoshika did it as well, and Takumi, but I think it's a different way, right? I think there's a difference between, like, no one has ever, like, without how do I say it? No one's ever backed her off like this. You know what I mean? No one's ever, like, you could say Takumi and Kyoshika in our roots, right? You could say Takumi, like, cut himself in half to do it. Shion did the explosion, and so did Kyoshika. But, like, we've never had, like, someone face-to-face with Veshnas just, like, trick her and then back her off with poison. Insane. There was silence and the four of us were left alone. What can anyone say now? You saved everyone's lives. You were the reason we're standing here right now, Darumi. I can't believe that worked. Darumi heaved a sigh of relief. Darumi, you are amazing. You are perfect. You were incredible. You were so great. Oh. Darumi. And then she teetered backwards and fell into the ground. Darumi, are you okay? I'm beat. I think I'm going to be laid up for a while after this. Don't worry about the poison gas, by the way. I sucked all of it back into my retinum. Oh my god, she thinks of everything as well. And of course, thinking of other people all the time too.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't care about that. Are you? What exactly is you talking about? Oh, yeah, they know now. There's not. They literally know now. That's it. What's going on with your arm? That's not some funky body paint, right?
Oh?
It's okay. You can tell us later. For now, let's just get her back to the academy. I agree. I actually agree. 100%. I don't really get what's going on, but thanks for saving us, Darumi. She did a fantastic job. She did amazing. Seriously, don't mention it. It's not like me to be this nice. No, you did amazing. You took such a big risk as well. You did absolutely fantastic. You're wrong. If you ask me, this was a classic Darumi move. Oh my god, I love it. We began to return to the journey through the ruins and wastelands, carrying Darumi the whole way. Like, Darumi, I think Takumi's saying this because, again, he knows Darumi better than anyone now. He knows that she is like a selfless character. She really is. And we got hints of this in the first route, by the way. I was saying to them blue in the face that one moment that was so, like, at the time it was out of character, but now we know it's not out of character. Do you remember that one moment back in the first route when all the enemies, it was after the fair, and all the enemies got into the academy? What did Darumi do? What was the first thing she did? You guys going ahead, I'll hold them off. And you can say, well, that's because she loves doing, she loves violence and all this stuff. We know canonically now that, like, she's not like some bloodthirsty villain, not villain, bloodthirsty person all the time. Like, they showed hints in the first route that she was like this type of character. By the time the Last Defense Academy came to view, the sun had already been up for a while. Day 71. Saray must have noticed something had gone wrong. He was there to greet us when he got back. We barely had any time to rest before he called us all to gym for another meeting. Oh my god. Are we gonna talk about the Redstorm stuff?
Yeah.
Saw Mia sitting in this out went out in her room. Yeah, she was sleeping when we left her. She looked like she was in a lot of pain though. Alright then, let's cut to the chase. Assume I care to explain what's going on here? I guess we have to. Two people have seen it. Everyone's eyes were focused squarely on me. This was it. Now that things have reached this point, I couldn't go on hiding the truth anymore. I agree this time. Like, because if we come up with some excuse as to what happened this time, Hiroko and Tsubasa can be like, what the hell, dude? You know? Alright, I'll tell you, but it's a long story. It all started when we learned about a creature called Retsnam. I told everyone everything Darumi and I had been doing together. What are they going to think about us trying to resurrect those four people, by the way? About how Darumi had fused with Retsnam, and how if she could create a ruby tier, the team for the second to Last Defense Academy could be revived. Of course, I also had to tell him about the strange and unpredictable changes Darumi was going through. When I was finally done, the first one to speak up was Nozomi, of course. You're bringing them back? You can really do that? If you can, that'd be you. Oh my god. But that's if the legends about the ruby tier are true, right? And if they are, they look excited though, right? Kako and Nozomi looked a bit like, at least inquisitive. It still depends on whether Miss Amamiya can figure out how to actually make it. When you put it like that, the chances seem rather slim. But isn't it worth trying anyway? I mean, if it works, things would be so much better for all of us. I was actually, because I definitely thought that people would be more angry or kind of weirded out. But I wonder if it's just because people have seen so many crazy things now that they're kind of like, yeah, let's bring them back. I know, well, some of them are like, that'd be great. Some of them are like, oh, this couldn't even happen. We haven't seen everyone's reactions. But it'll be interesting to see how everyone else reacts to this as well. Now, hold a minute. I'm not ready to buy into all this legend stuff just yet. And again, Gaku, of course, being a bit of a skeptic, which again, not bad to be. Not a bad thing. I'm more interested in why you brought some weird monster into the school without telling us. And again, not a terrible thing to ask. I'm sorry, I didn't know if it was going to work, and I didn't want to worry you. But no matter how risky it was or how slim the chances were, I had to try. If there was even the smallest chance of bringing the others back, I had to take it. You really felt terrible about leaving behind all this time, haven't you? This whole route started on the basis of that. For sure. Is Takumi genuinely feeling bad? Yeah, I've never stopped feeling guilty that I let them die. I'm sorry you've been suffering too, and I said all these horrible things to you. See, this is so bad now, right? I did not expect this at all. And again, here's the thing, I fully love the fact that I don't know, because the thing is, like, when I speculate, it's not me being like, oh, I'm going to be right with these predictions. I thought it'd be a way more negative reaction. I thought it would be. And I think it's probably because, like, maybe and you could say, like, oh, you misjudged the characters, maybe you could say that. But I think it's just maybe because, like, at the time when I was saying, like, what the review would be, I think it was, like, one of those situations where, like, I felt that people would be more weirded out by that idea. But actually what they're taking it as is more of, like, what Nozomi's taking it as, is, like, you did all this for those people. You really felt bad about this. Which, again, I think that, like, no one would say that, like, I don't know these characters well. But I feel like it's also one of those things where, like, you can't always predict how anyone's going to react in these situations. And even if I was wrong about how they were going to react, I don't think it is me as not understanding these characters. I think, you know, after a few playthroughs already, we enjoy these characters and understand these characters. But we're still learning about them even now. How would they react to a monster being, you know, nearly resurrecting their friends? That's a question we have to ask that we didn't know the answer to, and now we do. It's okay, I'm the one who made the choice that led to their deaths. There's no getting away from that. It's not going to do much good if Darumi keels over when we're left up a creek. Sis, you could have at least told us you were going to try this crazy shit. I know, really, I'm sorry. It's not your fault, Takumi. This just means everyone else hadn't proved themselves worthy of your trust. Oh my god. Esther to the max, by the way. Absolute Esther to the max. You trying to pin the blame on us now? Of course he is. He is an Esther to the max.
Oh.
Give it a rest, Eito. If you're going to try to sow discord among us, I prefer you just keep it quiet. As you wish. I already decided whose side I'm on a long time ago, after all. Huh? It's got nothing to do with you, Takumi. Anyway, I'll go back to my cage and let you all talk this out in peace. Okay. With another word, Eito left the gym, acting for the world like acting for all the world like he was the one in charge. He said he's picking sides. Does he mean the invaders? Not the invaders. Sorry, it's just a habit because that's the way we've talked about them for this entire route. The future people. Is this all? Is it all right to leave him like that? Should I go after him? Now let him go. He'd only try and make things worse anyway.
Oh.
Getting back on track. I don't think this is something we can just pass judgment on right away. We need to see if Takumi's information pans out first. Interesting. Right, I'm sorry to dump all this on you at once, but the Undying Flame Boy has been doing research too. The solution here is perfectly simple. We just have to activate the bomb inside Ami. No. But that wouldn't even get. Wait, he doesn't. He doesn't even want to revive her. I think he just wants to kill her. Were you even listening just now? I was listening. You let yourself be swayed by Invader's trigger and allowed a dangerous parasitic life form to fuse with one of my soldiers. He was not an invader. Veshnis didn't know anything about this. Veshnis knew nothing about this, and Veshnis actually got a negative effect from this as well. Veshnis knew nothing about this. Where's your proof this isn't a trap? How do you know Amamiya is not under invader's control? Oh my god, Veshnis didn't know anything. I can't take those kind of risks. First off, I'm killing her to see if it'll reset the changes. But this could be our chance to bring the others back. Nozomi really wants to do it. All you got to do is go on are musty old legends and not even decent human legends, but the ones that come from them. Them. Future people have more dignity in their pinky finger than you have in the entire oval you call your body. Never mind, the point is Amamiya has become a liability. For the sake of humanity's future, she has to be eliminated. I don't give a damn about humanity's future. I couldn't give a damn. You asked me to choose between humanity and Darumi? Darumi. So, are you serious? If we think Darumi's dangerous, can't we just lock her up instead? We're not going to lock her up either. No, that won't do. I've got to think what we'll do if killing her doesn't fix the problem. And by the way, I'm not scolding Kako, by the way. Kako was just suggesting something that would keep Darumi alive, basically. So I hope it doesn't sound like I'm scolding Kako. Either way, she's gonna boom. She's going boom right here, right now. No, you don't get to decide that. You're not deciding that. Wait, can't we talk about this? Absolutely not. Humanity's victory takes priority. Okay, then. Blow me up too. No. The thing is I was most afraid of is about to happen, and there's nothing I can do. This is the whole reason I kept quiet. This is exactly what the kind of situation I want to avoid. I do not give a damn. I would choose Darumi over this oval any day. I would do everything. I would do everything in my power to make sure he doesn't even touch Darumi. I'm saying that right now. I would crack this egg off the wall. I have to stop Saray. I can't let him do this. If I defy him, he'll probably blow me up as well. And he can change the settings on the Revive-O-Matic and refuse to bring me back like he did with Eito. I'm just saying this right now, Takumi. You may underestimate yourself. If you're gone, this whole crew is effed. I truly believe that. I truly believe that if you were gone and then Hiroko was gone, and I don't think they're gonna. Do you think this team is gonna want to work with him either? He'd have like 10 people left. I didn't mean to make it sound like the other people can't fight by themselves. I know they can, but I'm saying that Takumi like legitimately, practically and emotionally is an asset to this team like nothing you could ever see. And even the other members realize this too. That's why they follow him. The other team members are very capable, but you get rid of Takumi, you were getting rid of a pin in your group, of something that is like a staple of your group. He's always had the option to do that, but I can't just let him kill Darumi. What are we gonna do? Before I could do anything, though, somebody else... What? Ah! No! What? Oh my god! Get him, Eito! Get him! Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god, play the Hero by Foo Fighters. Come on. Get him! Oh my god, yes. Yes, Eito. Yes. Oh my god. There goes my hero. Oh my god.
Huh?
Oh my god. Eito. He went off and said, I'll go back to my cage. Bye-bye. For a moment, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Eito had brought him out of his classroom and stabbed Saray with it.
So long.
So long, he says. So long. And a moment later, was he going to blow up as well? He didn't do it in time? Or will he revive? A vicious explosion. Oh no, because he doesn't have... The settings are changed. No, Eito. The settings are changed. A vicious explosion echoes throughout the gym and the bomb inside Eito. Can we change the settings? Can we change the settings really quick?
Eito!
Oh my god, man. Can we change the settings? Can you just change the settings?
Looks like this is as far as I go.
Can we go change the settings right now? Oh my god. Please, can we change the settings?
What were you thinking? You must have known this would happen.
Because, he knew that he was under threat. Oh my god, look, by the way, it's a horrible thing to point out, and I'm sorry I'm pointing this out. Look at his body proportions. His legs are way away from his body. This is horrific.
And without Siray's permission, you can't be brought back anymore.
You're in the same position. He could have changed the settings for any of you at any time.
True, again, Eito's so right with that stuff, by the way. Eito's wrong about a lot of stuff. He's always been right about the lack of trust in Saray. Always. He's always been right about that.
He might even have killed Darumi and denied her the right
He's so
to be
correct.
revived.
He's so correct. Jesus Christ, can we try and find... We wouldn't know how to.
I couldn't allow that.
Eito saved Darumi's life. He saved Takumi's life as well, let's be honest with you, because Takumi was going to try and do something as well. He saved both of their lives.
Huh? Wait. What are you talking about? You did this? To protect Darumi? Why?
Jesus Christ, Eito.
I saw her.
You saw her?
One night, I saw Darumi walking around the school. All alone.
This is horrible, man. After all he did, like Let's not, again, like I said, I'm not beating around the bush here. We can talk about semantics in any way we want. He saved Takumi Rumi's life here. He's the reason they're alive.
She was so beautiful.
Wait. So he sees Darumi as beautiful. Is it because of Retsnam?
She looked nothing like the repulsive humans I'm so used to seeing.
What?
The sight of her took my breath away.
Eito. Eito's sword made him see people as hideous monsters, but not Darumi? What? Is this because of Retsnam? It's just Darumi in general. This must have been back when she was going out at night so no one would see how much pain she was in. Oh my god. And Eito was like, that's like the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my life. If Retsnam fused her so much at that point that she was no longer human, then maybe that meant Eito would see. Oh my god, that is depressing, but so like it's Romeo and Juliet like levels of like, I'm not saying it's a love story, I'm saying it's Romeo and Juliet levels of like tragically beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like his whole life he has seen everyone as monsters, smelled like monsters, they've sounded like monsters, their voices are distorted. And he sees Darumi in pain, suffering, now a monster taking over, and he saw the most beautiful person he's ever seen, so he decided to die. Decided to die for Darumi because it was the most beautiful person he's ever seen. That is, like, I'm sorry, but that's like, I get chills thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's horrible what's happened here, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. It's like tragically beautiful in a way. It's like, it is. It would have been the first time in his life he'd see. Yes, oh my god, it's the first time he saw a human like that.
From that moment on, my heart belonged to her.
So he was in love. He was in love with Darumi.
I swore to protect her, to do whatever it took to keep her safe.
Wait, did he do all that stuff to distract, so all the blame would be on him?
So, all the random acts of destruction around the
It
school.
was oh my god, Eito.
Nothing but a distraction.
Yeah.
A little mystery to put your attention on me and away from her.
Oh my god, this is like... I'm just saying this now. What a freaking stunning writing of a character. What they have done with Eito's character is better than I ever thought they could get. I have chills all over my freaking body right now.
Was the only thing I could do to stop you asking questions about why she kept missing battles.
Eito, like, I never thought I'd say this in the way that I am now. I never thought I'd say this. I don't think anyone maybe thought they were going to hear this from the first playthrough we did and the second playthrough. I am so upset. I'm so horrified that of what I'm looking at right now. But my gratefulness to you and my like admiration for you in the weirdest way possible is at such a height. My freaking heart is like pounding as well, but not in the way that's like nervousness. It's like my whole body is like tingling.
Seriously? That's what all that was about?
Just to distract us.
I'll admit, it wasn't the most sophisticated plan. But then again, it was my first time doing something to help another person.
Oh my god. Oh my freaking god. And the fact that the reason why his plan didn't work that well this time is because it wasn't just for his like enjoyment. It wasn't just for his betrayal. It wasn't just to hurt somebody. It was in his life, his first ever plan to save somebody's life. So it wasn't planned out of like cunningness or evilness. It was planned out of like admiration and love. Incredible.
Eito.
Absolute, what an incredible moment. I'm so like it's like 1,000,001 different emotions.
Please, no more talk. I'm almost out of time.
Jesus, Eito. And there's a sadness here. My whole body is tingly because, again, it's just like stopped me in my tracks and shocked me. My heart is pounding because there is like... Of course, slight nervousness there, but I don't think it's just nervousness. I think it's also like, you know, this highly emotional feeling as well. I have such a crazy admiration for a character who I used to hate. Like, holy hell.
Let me spend my last moments thinking about the most beautiful person I've ever seen.
Crazy, man. Like like I said, I can only like just describe how I'm feeling right now. Like, and like I said, it's like my whole body is reacting to this. It's like, I feel like, you know, do you ever like have someone tell you news that like sends you into like a warp zone where you feel like you're in a different reality? I feel like time has stopped. And you guys know I love stories. You know, guys, I love that type of stuff. But like, this is nothing that I expected whatsoever. It's not a great way of describing the physical feelings I'm feeling, but all I can say is that right now, I think my heart is trying to tell me it belongs to Eito for a few minutes. You know?
And how?
Oh my
I was
God.
able to protect her.
Such an, like, heartbreaking as heck. Incredible, beautiful, tragic. Like, I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to get over it. He's just dead. What the hell? I feel like I'm in a different time and space right now. Yeah. The course recovery joint isn't coming. Yes, because they changed the settings. That is so, like, as I said, brutal, emotional, beautiful, tragic, gorgeous. It's all this stuff rolled into one. It won't. Now that Saray's gone, I guess he wasn't bluffing about that. So Eito really is dead now? He's never coming back? You just have to die the coolest possible way too. Like, this is up there with those moments. Like, this game does, like, goodbyes in, like, such unique ways that they're never going to be forgotten. He hated us right to the end, but he had guts in his own way. He did what he thought was right. What he did was right. No, I'm not saying him dying was right. I'm saying that, like, in the process of trying to save Darumi, Saray had to go.
Oh.
As to say, he's broken beyond repair. We won't have to worry about him killing Darumi now, but are we going to be okay without him? We have 30 days, 29 days left. We lasted the first time. We definitely can last this time. We'll work something out. I spent most of my last timeline without him. We can do it again. We better get cleaned up after this. We still have to fix the rationomatic too. Yeah. I will help in any way I can. Give your orders and I will obey. Just be yourself. We divided up and set about dealing with the aftermath of the conflict. Ava attended Saray's remains, and while I took Eito's body and buried it in the schoolyard. Eito, oh my God, what a scene. Sebastian, meanwhile, got back to work on repairing the rationomatic. While we were working, nobody spoke all that much, of course. Eito's last moments had left an impression on all of us. He'd been a traitor, but he'd given his life for a good cause. I don't think we knew how to feel about him anymore. I'll tell you how I feel. Knowing that Eito was a victim of this academy as well, knowing that he was cursed with this feeling of seeing every single human as something, as a vile monster, for him to give up his life to save Darumi is one of the most, like, as I said, beautifully tragic moments you could ever have, to the point that, again, like, I feel like I'm in a different time. I feel like time stood still. Time stood still. Day 72. We have a lot to talk about now as well.
Get ready, prepare, be ready to give your.
The next morning, I went to Durumi's room and told her all about what happened. I'm very good with, like, having us ended here. I don't know if I'm ready for anything else. Unless... Yeah, we'll do the scene as well. Eito did that. I didn't think he had it in him. Yeah, he surprised all of us. And now everyone knows about my arm and everything, yeah? And it's actually, like more supportive than you thought. I wonder how, yeah, like, how would you feel to know that, like, someone died to save your life as well? Especially when they fell in love with you because you're the... Again, to Eito, Darumi is the most beautiful thing he's ever seen in his life. I know, that's just not even the most beautiful human. The first beautiful human. The first human he's ever seen. I'm sorry, I had to tell them. But don't worry, I'm sure we can work something out. You could have told him this was all my idea, then nobody would get mad at you. Darumi, if someone's getting mad at you, they're getting mad at me. If someone wants to fight you, they're fighting me. That's the way things go. You really are too honest for your own good. Darumi, I tell you, we're in this together. Forever and ever, okay? Forever and ever, we're in this together. No doubt about it. You're giving me too much credit. It's a pity about Saray. I know it wasn't exactly nice, but I kind of liked the little guy. I despised him with a passion, I'll be honest with you, Darumi. Well, I guess this is my own fault for rushing off and saving you on my own. No, not whatsoever. Whilst I don't want you ever getting in trouble or hurting yourself, ever, I don't think I'm ever going to look down on someone for a good deed, you know? What happened here, and we're going to be honest now, Eito and Darumi, two characters, and they're very different sides, by the way, because Darumi did not do the horrible things Eito did in the first room, let's be honest here. But two characters who have felt ostracized in their life from birth in different ways put their lives in the hands of chance to protect other people. And if that's not a message, I don't know what is. I'm glad you did. If you hadn't been there, I'd been done for. Yes. Now you'd have tapped into some kind of latent power and got through it. You didn't need me. No, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's not true. How did you know we were in trouble back then anyway? I had some kind of vision. More Redstone powers. A vision? Then I ran as fast as I could, whipped up a poison, and you know the rest. You did amazing. You did amazing. I guess I used a little bit of too much energy doing all that stuff at once. I can barely even move. It's like my battery's right down to 1%. Yeah, take a rest. Honestly, take a rest. Well, you can relax now. Everything's going to be fine. So just get some rest. Sure, I think I'm going to be sleeping for even longer this time, so I don't freak out, okay? Do whatever you need to do to get better. Or to feel better. I know you're not going to get better, but to feel better. Yeah, well, I will end the video here, guys. There's a lot that happened here. There's two scenes in particular we have to talk about. I think they're the two main scenes we have to talk about, right? And that's what we'll talk about, because I feel like, you know, everything else is like leads up to those scenes as well. The Darumi scene where she saved our lives, once again showcasing that she is one of the most selfless people in the world, that she really puts a lot of what Takumi did for her on her shoulders. She sees the weight of this as something that she's not going to... she doesn't take lightly. She doesn't take what Takumi did for her lightly whatsoever. And I think it's not just that. I think it's just she cares about Takumi so much. She really does. And that love that she has for her, and I think the love that Takumi has for her as well, is so passionate in terms of like their care for each other. Their friendship is so meaningful to me because they are both willing to do this thing for each other in such a very strong and passionate way. They adore each other in that sense. And Takumi would have done the same thing for Darumi. They have been so close, and that's a perfect representation of how close they are. But also it showcases Darumi once again. The crux of what she's trying to say this entire route is, I'm not the person I always portray myself to be. People think I'm a dumb, like, silly, you know, crazy emo scene kid, but I'm actually like, I know a lot more. In this situation, not only did she like whip up a poison in a very intelligent way, but she also like, used the wind's direction so she could affect, Veshness. And while I said yes, people have backed off Veshness before, Takumi, what Kyoshika did, Shion. But I don't think anyone's ever stood face to face, eye to eye in their human form and basically got her to leave. At all. It was an amazing scene. I can only ever appreciate Darumi forever and ever and ever as a character who is so selfless and amazing that she would do something like that for Takumi. And I know she feels indebted to Takumi, but I hope also at the same time too, with the stuff with Darumi and the stuff with Takumi, it's that situation where I hope she knows and I hope he knows that they're willing to do this for each other, and that's such a strong relationship that they have with each other. It's one of the strongest relationships I've ever seen in this game so far, easily. Then we had probably one of the most incredible scenes ever, because at first when Eito slashed Saray, I was cheering for it. I'm never going to apologize for cheering for it. In fact, if like it happened again and Eito survived, I'd cheer again. If you told me that we'd have to watch it on repeat, I'd get some popcorn. You know what I mean? Easy. And you guys know I didn't like Saray. I don't like Saray. I'm glad he's gone. But the way Eito did this is, again, very Eito. How they lulled you into that is amazing, by the way. Because Hiroko was right about the machinery. She was 100% correct, and I should have just been like, yeah, that's correct. And all the stuff that he broke. But in very Eito fashion, the game used our preconceived notions of Eito and Eito's personality into not making us think that he would ever do this for any other character. The first thing you think of is, why is Eito distracting us? If he is doing this, why is Eito doing this? Why is Eito doing that? Oh, he has some sort of wicked plan. And in the end, what we actually found out was that the wicked plan was all distraction so that everyone would stop questioning Darumi. When he cut Saray, my first thought was, oh my God, everyone's going to go against him because he cut Saray. And I was also thinking to myself, so this is part of his plan. He's going to do something else after this. But at the time, all I cared about, honestly, was mostly, even if that was in the back of my mind when I was cheering, all I thought about, like, because for sure, like in the back of my mind, I was thinking, wait, what is this? But all I could think was about this uncontrollable feeling of like cheering for this guy. Like he was a guy who just got the World Cup goal in football. I was like, yeah, oh my God. It was so exciting because I was like, yes. Once again, as we said in other routes, as I've said many times before, Eito is one of the few people that can put Saray in his place. He can. 100%. And this time he saved Darumi's life, revealing one of the most beautifully tragic things I've ever heard in my life. Eito said to us that because Darumi became like part monster, she now stopped seeming like a human to him. And because of this, he now saw Darumi for what she was. Not as anything extra. He saw her for what she was. And it's the first time he's ever seen a human in his life. Ever. And what he saw was that lovely blue-haired gal with the cool eyeliner and the awesome fake mouthpiece with the teeth, the cool, unique outfit, the awesome boots, all this stuff. He saw like one of the most unique people you could ever see in your life. Imagine the first ever human you see is probably one of the most creative and unique people you could ever witness. And he said, that is the most beautiful person I've ever seen. In fact, the only person he's ever seen, but I still think that even, people say, well, it's actually the only human he's ever seen, so is it really does he really think she's pretty? Yes. Her appearance to him was so overpowering that he changed his whole perspective on like what his plan was in this thing. And once again, it makes sense now. At the start of the battle, Eito distracted everybody again from the Darumi questions. He witnessed her in pain, saw the most beautiful person he's ever seen, and fell in love. And when I say it's beautifully tragic, he decided to die for her. And I want to say this too now as well. Like, he saved Takumi and Darumi's life, but not only that, what he said was true afterwards as well, again, because he's always, like, again, in the second scenario and in this scenario, I feel like Eito was right a lot of times, right? What Eito said after this is so true as well. When he was looking up and he said, he could do anything to you, basically. He could have changed all your settings too. And he's so correct. because that's the truth of any situation, right? Let's say you're in a group, like take yourself, put yourself in these guys' positions. And the leader of your group, Saray, says, "Hey guys, so today I'm kicking Takamaru out of the school." And everyone goes, "Oh, well, I guess if that's what he has to do, there's nothing we can do. He's going to blow us up." Eito's right. If he does that to Eito, I know he can say it's a special circumstance, but it's still, if he does that to Eito, then he has the power to do it to anyone else. What is to stop him from after this, after what happened with Takumi, to be like, I'm turning off Takumi's... and he probably would have, right? He probably would have. Yeah, like I said, beautifully tragic. Absolutely, like I wasn't in tears. It's weird because like in those moments I usually would be crying because I think what happened was I felt like I entered into a different world. My hands were like kind of shaking a little bit. My heart was pounding and I felt like I was in like time stood still. It felt like that like 10-minute period we were in that scene wasn't even real. You know what I mean? It felt like I was in a different situation. Eito, dismembered on the ground, looked up to us and said basically like, I loved Darumi and I didn't want her to die. He had created all these distractions to protect her. He had done all this stuff to make sure that she would be safe. And whilst like, you know, you could say, well, like it's isn't it horrible? It's not, you can't call it beautiful because Eito died, but that's why I think beautifully tragic is the first way to put it. Because again, I'm a big fan of love stories. I really am. And a thing that happens is it's a thing in love stories is the idea of dying for your loved one. The idea of like taking a bullet for the person you love. And that's what he did. He took a bullet for Takumi and Darumi because Takumi was dying too. Because if Takumi did something, Takumi's dead as well. Eito died hating humans, which is so sad. And that's why it's bittersweet. But he also died with love in his heart for a human for the first time in his life. And it is one of the sweetest humans you could ever fall in love with, and that's Darumi. I hope you get what I'm saying. I think you guys would agree. It's beautifully tragic. It is. It's beautifully tragic the way they did things. Because whilst, like, again, I would have done anything there to bring him back, which is by the way, isn't it crazy that this is what this game did? I went from being like, I hate him. Like, let's be honest, I said it. I hate this guy. To being like, now, after what he just did for Darumi, I am now a get behind me Eito type of guy, you know? I'm like, get behind me, buddy. Because I'm a sucker for love stories, and I'm a sucker for unique love stories, and how unique it is a dude who's grown up, only ever seeing people as monsters, now sees one person for the first time in his life, and it's the most beautiful person he's ever seen. And he would die to protect that beauty. It's beautiful. And it's tragic. Can I say as well that, like, you know, some people might say as well, I don't know if people would say this, but like, I think one of the things I noticed was Darumi like didn't really react that much to the idea of what Eito did. But you have to understand from her position as well, by the way, like, she didn't feel the way about Eito, right? You know what I mean? And like, hearing someone died for you is going to be a shocking moment no matter what. But how about someone who like you have no connection with whatsoever, no interaction with? And again, I'm not saying that makes it less beautiful. I'm saying from Darumi's perspective, and Darumi's like personality, I think for her it's kind of like, oh, that's crazy he would do that. You know what I mean? Whereas if they did have like more of a relationship, I think it would be like tears upon tears. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this episode. Thank you guys for supporting me so much. You guys are incredible. Again, like I said in the last episode, I don't know what's going to be happening with the rest of this series after we're done this route, because it looks like we're going long haul. We're on day like 74 now. Basically the way I look at it is this, and I hope you guys understand this the way I look at it. It's going to be, like always, at the end of the game, I'll assess how I feel. And then I'll see how you guys are feeling too. Like, again, I'll look at everything. I'll look at, like, you know, comments. I'll look at, like, this route compared to the last route. All this stuff. I know it sounds like really like, oh, big numbers, scare. But more meaning just like getting a vibe for, like, how you guys feel about it, how I feel about it. You know, what are the comments saying? Are people, like, commenting more and more or whatever's happening? You know what I mean? Like, it's that thing, you know? And I think it's a fair thing to do, to assess how I feel and then see how you guys feel about it. Because I don't know how I'm going to feel at the end of this. I don't know how you guys are going to feel at the end of this. I think it's a fair thing to do. And I want to say this too. Even if it's one of those situations where I'm like, I want to take a break, or you guys are like, oh yeah, you know, do what you want to do for now. I think one of the great things about this game is that we could eternally come back to this whenever we wanted and do one route here or there. You know what I mean? I could go off and play Spirit of Justice and come back and play a route of this afterwards. and then after that play like another horror game, and then come back and do another route to this. It doesn't have to go away. And can I just say one of the things that scares me so much, and not scares me, but makes me sad, is that saying goodbye to these characters is so difficult. It's so difficult. I've been playing this game now for nearly, 140 hours, and it's still so fresh. I don't want to say goodbye to the characters, but yeah, we'll see how everything goes. We'll see how people are interested as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you so much for supporting me. You're so incredible. I want to say thank you to my patrons of the highest tier and the YouTube members of the highest tier that keep these series going as well. If you became a member or a patron because of a specific series, let me know. I will never feel bad if you're like, oh yeah, I like it because of this, I like it because of that. Yeah, let me know. Thank you so much to Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, the Goldstein Zuma, Felicious Felix, Yule, Radish, Anusta, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Casparian, Jared Beanham, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. See you guys.